If you need to promote your band or business, or just want to stylize, personalize, or customize your ride, check out vid-decals.com. Want to create and customize your own stickers representing your band, or make your own bumper sticker? Vid Decals can do it. All stickers are printed on quality vinyl and can be placed on any flat surface. Stickers are an affordable way to promote your band or business. Go to vid-decals.com to get started. That's vid-decals.com. vid-decals.com.
RockstarLeatherworks.com is your home for badass rock and roll gear. Featuring 100% handmade leather bands, watches, cuffs, bracelets, and more, Rockstar Leatherworks has something for everybody. Whether you are going to the show or you are in it, you can find something to fit your needs. Choose from a variety of designs or create your own masterpiece. Their bands and watches are second to none. They also ship internationally. Who needs a stage to be a rock star? Check out RockstarLeatherworks.com.
Hi, this is Bobby Brown, and welcome to another fucking podcast.
You kids with your loud music and your Dan Fogelberg, your Zima, hula hoops, and Pac-Man video games, don't you see? People today have attention spans that can only be measured in nanoseconds.
See, son, old legends never die. They just lose weight.
Like a legend and an out-of-work bum with a lot of life.
Hello, you crazy dirt fucker!
Party time! Yes, Courtney, it is party time. Hello, Hollywood. Hello, world. And hello, my loyal minions. It is good to see you, and as always, good to be seen. My name is Izzy Presley, and welcome to another fucking podcast here live with Patrick Kennison from Lita Ford's band and was it Heaven Below?
Heaven Below.
Heaven Below. Yeah. So we're going to get into his little shindig, find out all about Mr. Patrick Kennison over a couple beverages.
Yes, sir.
Talk about Lita, talk about the band, talk about, I don't know, whatever.
The dirty stuff.
The dirty stuff. That's how we roll. You know, we like all those dirty road stories. Mm-hmm. Those are the fun stuff. I don't care if you're a vegan. I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear about boobs.
Yeah.
And drugs.
Yeah.
All right. So, welcome to the show. It's been a couple weeks, and bear with me for a second. I gotta put this shit up on Facebook so everybody can share it and good stuff live with, because this is really good radio when you're talking, saying what you're typing as you're talking it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Very, very good stuff. All right, Patrick Kennison. Oh, see, this goddamn trackpad is doing it again. All right. Now, live, post, publish.
Yeah.
Come on, publish, baby. Yeah. There we go. And we're going to share it because, you know.
That's what we do.
I share stuff so good.
It's like an STD for the internet.
Right. But I guess kind of really is.
This one isn't itchy, though.
No, it's not itchy. It's not annoying. It might be annoying to some.
Yeah,
you know, it's not, like Trump post after Trump post Trump post after Trump post. He said this and he did this and he's not my president. And, well, I'm sorry. You live in the United States. He is your president.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how this works.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and that is, I believe that's worth a Pat Fontaine laugh.
That's right.
Come on, do it.
Yeah.
Do it. See, this goddamn thing is doing it again.
Yeah.
There we go. Make sure you check out the show on Facebook, which is facebook.com/another effing podcast. You can check out my personal page, my my entertainment guy page, ghost stuff. That is facebook.com/IzzyPresley1. Find out everything that I am doing entertainment-wise. I don't post any fun stuff on there. I just kind of post, hey, this is where I'm at, this is what I'm doing, and go see me and stuff. Or listen to this and listen to Patrick Kennison.
Yes.
You know, stuff like that. Hit up the Twitter page. I am on my quest for 1 million followers.
Real followers.
1 million real followers. I'm currently about 1,800.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's getting there.
There's no dead people's names on there.
Right. Chipping away at the stone.
That's right.
You know, slowly but surely. And don't call me Shirley. What else do we got? Make sure you hit up the sponsors. We've got Rockstar Leatherworks. They do all my cuffs and watches and leather bands and all that kind of stuff. Very, very killer gear. You heard the ad at the very beginning of the show. It's rockstarleatherworks.com. The guy that does my stickers, he's out of Minnesota as well. That is vid-decals.com. My boy Tony that does my vests. He did my vest. He did my leather vest. Rockwood Saloon. Check them out. And, of course, Mel and Sass Pants Designs. This is pretty cool. This is for the ladies. She'll take, like, old school shirts and turn them into, like, tube top dresses. And
I've seen that. I love that.
yeah, it's fucking killer. Because, anything that accentuates boobies,
We like it.
I'm a fan of. Because boobies are a glorious, glorious thing. And beater amplification. Very proud to be the very first beater artist.
Dude.
Yeah, and Patrick, you were busting out through that a little bit outside before we started.
Yeah, it was kind of old school, but had some new school crunch to it.
Yeah.
And like a lot of the great vintage amps, it had a killer mid-range. That's where a lot of the high-gain amps go wrong. They have the mid-range that goes, which we don't like.
Right, exactly. So I fucking love that thing. And I love the fact that it's 100 watts, but you can pull a couple of the tubes and boom, you got 50 watts. Because you don't always need 100 watts.
Dude, I started with my first real amp was a Marshall 50-watt head. It fucking slayed, dude. Yeah. And I kind of swore by 50-watt heads for a long time. So
yeah, well, I'm assuming a JCM 800.
JCM 800, that was my
You
first.
can't go wrong with those.
Loved it.
It's the classic, and that's kind of the tone you get out of this thing.
Hell yeah. I still have my original JCM.
As well you should. You still have your original guitar?
No. Several guitars passed. I got into that whole thing in the 90s of trading. I went through Shred, Ibanez, then I had to have a Gibson Les Paul, so.
When you could buy a Les Paul for $500?
I don't know if it's that much. I had to trade like 2 Ibanez Shred guitars for the one Les Paul.
Pardon me. That is one of these beautiful Mick Golden Lights that I am drinking right now. I smuggled these back from my trip home this week.
Nice. I thought you were on a cruise maybe. I smuggled beer off of a cruise ship
instead
of onto a cruise ship.
Dude, that's classic.
Dude,
that's
hardcore.
Awesome. That is. I had to go home. That's the reason there was no show last week is I had to go home. There was a death in the family. And I'm still overwhelmed, and I can't believe that I woke up and I had $18 to my name.
Oh, man.
And I just put up this post on Facebook that said, it's one thing that sucks about living so far away.
Yeah.
If something like this happens, all of a sudden, boom, financially, you're just like, well, fuck, I can't get home.
Yeah, there's not like a bereavement flight that you can just call.
Well, they do have those.
Yeah.
But very discounted, but still, I had $18.
Damn.
And I wasn't asking for help.
Yeah.
I don't... I joke about it every once in a while. Hey, if everybody sends me $10 right now, I can go do this or buy a Les Paul. Or, joking, of course.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden people actually send you money.
Yeah.
Never happens. And somebody started a GoFundMe page, and they fucking raised like $1,100.
Dude.
And then people were PayPaling me money, and it was just like...
Because it was a real cause.
Yeah, it was.
No
It was. And I still felt bad about it,
No, that's people showing love for you.
Right, right. And I kind of took that and I paid it forward. I have a buddy that's going through some shit. He's got open heart. He's actually got fucking heart replacement surgery, whatever the fuck that's called, and he just had a bout with cancer and fucking. He's just got all this shit going on. He's on disability. His wife's on disability. It's like that's the only income they have, and it's not coming.
Yeah.
So I was able to turn around and give some of that to him.
That's awesome. Put it back in the universe and watch it go.
Exactly. So, all right. So if you are listening live right now on the Spreaker machine, what do we got? We have one person listening right now.
Yeah.
That's
no, there's 3. It's you and me also.
Oh, right. Right. Kind of like when I do comedy, there's like one person there not laughing.
Yeah.
Like the one person that's listening right now. So yeah, if you're listening live, well, the one person. There might be 2 now. I didn't refresh.
Maybe it's one person, but they have like 12 people around their
They
computer.
could be. They're just all sitting around the computer. Oh, I wonder what they're gonna say next.
Yeah. Boy, they sure do curse a lot.
They do.
Fucking assholes.
They do. Oh, well, it is another fucking podcast. It kind of happens. Yeah, if you're listening on Spreaker live right now, you can go to the Spreaker page, and you can click that follow button. If you're listening via iTunes afterwards, you can click the subscribe page, and tell me how great I am.
Yeah.
Nobody does that. And also, big, kind of letting you know what's kind of going on right now. Going to have another Drunken Summit in a couple weeks, right before I get on the Monsters Cruise.
Nice.
Ace Von Johnson will be back.
Yeah.
He's kind of like my Ed McMahon. He's on here that much.
Yeah.
Except he doesn't carry around a large check
Dude,
for $1 million.
he has his own thing at the Rainbow. He has his own
He has
placard.
his own. I know. And he's got his own table, and now he's got a guitar on the wall.
Dude, even Slash is like, come on, man.
Right. But the best part about that guitar, Ace let me borrow that guitar, and I used it at the pre-party for the Monsters Cruise, Monsterwood.
Yeah.
And something got fucked up with my strap because I was smart and had strap locks.
Yeah.
Right. So we were getting ready for our gig on the boat, and I put the fucking guitar on, and it just falls off.
Yikes.
Broken headstock.
Oh, dude, you should have at least some duct tape even.
I know. There was duct tape on it. It just kind of fell.
Oh, man.
And, I mean, I felt terrible.
Yeah.
I got it fixed for him because, as well I should.
That's what you do.
And he's like, well, it's going on the wall at the Rainbow anyways.
Cool. Well, there you go.
So part of me is on the wall at the Rainbow.
That's awesome.
And that's not even DNA.
How far away from the Lemmy statue is it?
It is in the restaurant. So the Lemmy statue's out in the
out front. But
out in the in Lemmy's lounge.
That's still good proximity.
It is very well. It's awesome. I mean, Ron Jeremy has slept in front of it.
Dude, that was one of my first times I ever went to the Rainbow. Of course, I met Ron Jeremy, Lemmy, like everybody does. And Ron Jeremy fell asleep in a chair as you walk in. And I assumed he was drunk, and then somebody told me it's just narcolepsy.
Yeah, that's just what it's like. He'll just sit down and Ron Jeremy's napping.
You think of narcolepsy, you think of your friend's grandma that had it. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, he's not exactly young.
Yeah, that's true, too.
So, you've been fucking busy with Lita.
Yeah, we've been tearing it up everywhere.
How long have you been with her?
Since 2014.
Oh, okay, yeah, so a couple years.
2014.
Okay. How's that experience been?
It's awesome. It's fun. I learned a lot. What can I say about it? I feel like I'm blessed to play with a childhood hero. And let's face it, anybody that makes music and makes money at the same time, that's virtually unheard of.
Right, exactly. And, especially in this day and age.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's so many bands out there that, they get in the bus and they're playing, Rooster's Bar in Sheboygan.
Yeah, and they have to play like 5 gigs to pay for a week of the bus or worse.
Right. And all these, trying to get bands to buy on. And
oh, gosh. We go through that with my band Heaven Below. We're still on the entry level.
Gotcha.
It's funny. We're above the garage band level, but, we're not out there opening for Five Finger Death Punch every week or anything. Right. We still we get a lot of people with, hey, you want to buy on? You want to do this and that? And, oh, yeah, let me just grab $30,000.
Right.
Before I worry about how we are going to travel,
Right, exactly. And then, it's funny. We've had that conversation on the show a few times.
Yeah.
And, I hear it from, the Faster Pussycat side. Mm-hmm. And it's like, well, buy on, that's great. Are you going to bring people?
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And is it going to, what's it going to do for you? I mean, you're going to get in front of people, presumably.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, it's
hard to quantify. Just even pretend that you had an uncle that wanted to write you a check for all that stuff. Would you really want to take it? Because there's so much more than just buying on. There's a whole promotional end.
Right.
There's all kinds of marketing ends and printing and merch. I don't even know if I would want to do that.
I know, man. Look, if you're a young band and that's your way to tour the country,
it doesn't guarantee anything.
Exactly. Except for the fact that you get to tour the country, which is, on the other hand, that's, it's a notch on the belt. And it's like, well, we've got in front of all these people. Now let's see what happens.
Then they find out that all the members hate each other because they're a new band and they haven't been away from their hometown.
Right. Oh my God. I don't know. It would be a tough call for me. It's like, I would want to do it.
Yeah.
Depending on the who you're opening for, but.
Yeah. Well, even as far back, I had that band Union Underground, and our label Sony Columbia did a lot of buy-on type of things, and I learned a lot about what to kind of do and what kind of not do, and they were shelling out huge money, but they were smart about it in the sense that they would approach touring, they would approach radio and press all at the same time. I called it the trifecta, the synergy. And I told bands, I was like, even if you have a bunch of money, you can't just throw it all on black and think that you're going to be the next whatever. You have to put plans in place. There's whole budgets and marketing that go into anything. And I don't know. I guess bands learn that the hard way.
Yeah, this is true. Did you share this, by the way?
What's that?
Did you share the post?
No, I need to.
Yeah, you might want to share the post. It might help a little bit.
That does something, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and actually, if you are listening live, there is a chat room. We still have one person. I don't know if they're still listening, but it says one person had listened at least.
They listened to us and fuck those guys.
They're like, oh, these guys suck.
Oh, man. All right, how do I share it? Where do I go?
Okay, click on the notification.
Here's notifications.
All right.
And
is it opening?
I don't see it coming up.
What in the frick balls?
Yeah.
All right. See.
The age of the iPhone.
Pardon me. All right. Where is it?
They
with
changed
you
some
and
of
5 others. And no, that's probably not it. Where is it?
Is it this naked picture of this midget inside my messages?
That might be it. That really might be it. Well, what in the frick?
Maybe if I go to your page and then
if you go here, this is what I'll do. This also is great radio. Another effing podcast with Izzy Presley. There we go. And of course, you liked it now. Yeah, he liked it. All right, let's see. And as we're doing this, there we go.
Yeah.
Share right post on your timeline live now.
Yeah.
Chime in. Soundcheck live tomorrow night.
What day is tomorrow?
Wednesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Rafael Moriera is back. We got Nita Strauss back.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go to that page right now because I do not want to. I don't want to fuck this up so good.
He's like Saul Rosenberg.
Saul Rosenberg. Let's see. Soundcheck live. Take 42. All right. Let's see. We've got Rafael Moriera, Tony McAlpine,
Yeah.
Dave Ellefson.
Yeah.
Nita Strauss, and of course, our resident band, Steve Ferlazzo, Glenn Sobel, Carl Restivo, Steve Feckety, Julia Lage, Richie Cotton's old lady.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she throws down.
That's the real deal.
Dude, did you hear about last week?
Or no, yeah, I did because Marty posted it.
Oh, yes, Marty, the one-man party.
Yeah, of course Marty was there doing it.
Of course
Tom
he was.
Morello
Yeah,
and Steve Vai.
On stage at the same time was Tom Morello, Steve Vai, Richie Kotzen, Nuno Betancourt, and Stu Ham.
That's not G3. That's like G12.
Right.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to be hosting it.
Damn it.
I was in 20 below.
Can't do that.
Sitting in a bar right after the wake.
Oh,
I'm sitting in a bar. I'm watching this all come up on Facebook. I'm like, oh my God, you've got to be kidding me.
Timing. Well, we're getting the shitty stuff out of the way early in 2017.
Yeah, exactly. Or starting the shitty stuff.
No, I don't see it that way.
No. Because I looked at it this way. The Grim Reaper of 2016, he was like, how did I put this? He was like a ginger with a vengeance.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it was
making up for lost time.
Yeah, exactly. And there was just he was like Darth Vader or Anakin when he turned into Vader.
Yeah.
And just when he was slaying all those kids, that's what he was like. He's like, fuck you, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, you're dead, fuck you, you're dead. And it's just like everybody.
Dude.
Fucking everybody. So you've been with Lita for since 20. First time I saw Lita was, I think, Gary Hoey was playing with her.
Yep. He's a great guitar player. He actually produced her last album. And
he's
producing the new album too.
Oh, kick ass! So there is a new record in the works.
There's a new record already in the works.
Wow, a new record in this day and age.
I know. That's what I wonder. Like, it's easy for newer bands just to assume I'm going to do a record or an EP, whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, some of these classic artists, I wonder what the outlook is.
On the last Monsters cruise, I did a little drunken summit on there, and I asked Phil Lewis about that, and he goes, "It's all ego. It's an ego project. I mean, because nobody buys them.
Yeah.
No matter how good it is, people don't fucking buy them anymore.
It's funny though; it does keep interest because one of my favorite bands of all time, Accept. It's my I love that metal, that stuff. And here they are with their new singer that actually works. One of those few times. Their new albums are so good.
They're killer.
You can argue that they're better than those old ones.
I agree because I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I know off the old ones is Balls to the Walls.
Oh man, there's all kinds of great shit.
I'm sure there is, but as somebody who doesn't own that stuff, I know Balls to the Walls.
Well, the new stuff is as good, arguably better, and it just goes to show, I guess, if the band really cares and has the fire. There's no reason why they shouldn't, I suppose.
Oh, no, look, I'm all for it. I'm going to do an EP, but I'm not shit. I'm not anybody, But it's almost like it's going back to the 50s and 60s now, where they're singles,
Paul Stanley said it best. He said that the new material can't compete with the classic material in the amount of time. And he was right about that.
Right.
But then the Accept album came out. I'm like, hold on. The new Accept albums are arguably better.
There's exceptions to the rule.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But it's like, and, when some of these quote-unquote legacy acts, when they don't try to emulate what they were and they try to move forward, sometimes it doesn't exactly work.
Def Leppard.
Well, yeah, it's like, we're changing with the times. This is us now. It's like, no, I don't want to hear you do that. I want to hear Faster Pussycat.
Yeah, we don't want your U2 period. I like how James Hetfield called the 90s Metallica. That was our U2 period, like trying different shit. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah. But
hey, look at them. The new Metallica's badass.
Yeah. You know what? I've only heard a couple tracks off of it, but I like it.
Yeah. Too bad it took them 10 years to make a decent album again.
Dude, remember when people used to put out like a fucking record every year?
Dude, big time. Or Kiss with their 2 albums per year at one point.
Yeah. Well, shit, it's like between 74 and 76, they put out 4 records. Actually, 5 records.
Wow. Dude, I have some Kiss knowledge I got to get from you because you're the awesome Kiss fan.
Go for it.
Okay, I think I know the answer to this, but this is something that haunted me for a long time. Destroyer, in my opinion, is the best 70s studio album from Kiss, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. And one of the reasons I like it, besides the songs and everything, the recording is killer on it. It still sounds good. The snare sounds good.
Yeah.
The reverb, ambient, they captured everything. And as a kid, I wondered, well, how come Rock and Roll Over, like the production, like clearly wasn't as good sounding? Was it lack of Bob Ezrin?
I think so.
And I went on to read History, and it turns out they were so busy touring, they tried to make an album real fast.
Right.
And clearly Destroyer must have been approached kind of like, their Black Album or their Hysteria of the time.
Right.
Is that why why does that album sound so great?
I think because it was, I don't know. I think it's the Bob Ezrin factor because he pushed them. It's like the Metallica Black Album.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a huge fan of it.
Yeah.
Because I like the pre stuff.
Same here. But it was palatable to so many people.
Exactly. And you had that producer pushing them and pushing them and pushing them. You
can't do that every time. Rock and Roll Over wasn't that treatment. That
wasn't.
Quick.
I mean, it's a great record.
Yeah.
But it's not Destroyer.
Yeah.
It's like, and it was, I mean, that's at that period too where you've got Paul and Gene just bringing in a song and go, this is what we're playing.
Did you freak out that you probably already know this, that like King of the Nighttime World, Kim Fowley was one of the writers on it, and it was somebody else's song, and Paul brought it in and rewrote some of it, kind of like God Gave Rock and Roll to You.
Right.
And it didn't shatter my childhood vision, but it did surprise me.
That shit doesn't surprise me at all.
You're like, whatever, a good song is a good song.
Dude, that's another thing that I talked to Phil Lewis about. Because we had Jacob Bunton on stage with us too, and he's an amazing writer, and that's what he does. He writes for people.
Yeah.
He's not allowed to say who.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But I asked Phil.
His bank accounts know who.
Right. Exactly. I asked Phil that, and he goes, "How do you feel about using somebody else's song?" He's like, "Good song's a good song."
That's right. Any way you slice it. And look at
another great Kiss song.
Yeah,
by the way.
not a good one. And
I love that song.
Look at how people like, this is such a cheesy example, but I Love Rock and Roll, you never realized till you were older that was a cover.
Yep.
But hers blows away
Right.
the original. And, God, what's another one? Queen's Right, Gonna Get Close to You. That was a cover song that was a hit that same year from the artist they got it from in Europe.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird. You go and check it out. The video's similar, and it was just more of a continental, different continents kind of thing. But, yeah, it's like, who does the better one? You know?
Yeah,
That's what it comes down to.
it's funny. I used to do a cover show when I was on Rockin' 101. That's how I got into radio.
Yeah.
Was I had this idea for this cover show called Under the Covers with Izzy Presley, which may be coming back.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Maybe
talking
coming
about.
back. And I always did it. I did not know that track of the week. Songs that you didn't know were cover songs. Back in the New York Groove. I mean,
Manfred Mann's Earth Band, Blinded by the Light. Have you heard the original?
I have.
It's unlistenable in my opinion.
Yeah.
Manfred Mann got that song and probably said, yeah, this could be our own original, but the lyrics are the same as the original. It has nothing to do with that original one. It's only the same lyrics, really?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Thin Lizzy's Rosalie.
That's a cover?
Bob Seger.
No shit.
Seger heard them do it because they were touring together.
Yeah.
And Seger heard them do it at Soundcheck, and he goes, "It's yours. Take it.
No shit.
Take it." And that's a great fucking song.
Whoa.
That's probably one of my favorite Thin Lizzy songs is Rosalie.
That's so crazy. I didn't know. I love that song.
See, I did not know that.
Did not know that.
That is wild and wacky stuff.
Oh, hell yeah.
Tell me about your band, Heaven Below. What is it? I haven't heard it.
Yeah.
Metal, you got the CD for me right here?
It's all good. We just got signed to Dave Ellefson's EMP label.
Oh, nice.
Just a few months back. And it's a band that I've had for a while, but like a lot of Hollywood bands and LA bands, I've had a lot of lineups. We did get on national radio in 2010 with our song When Daylight Dies. Our buddy from Evanescence produced it, and it actually got on radio and did something.
Wow.
So we're like, okay, yeah, let's do this. And along the way, we wanted to do a concept album like Operation Mindcrime or The Elder. No, and
I fucking love The Elder.
And we got a bunch of our famous friends to be on the album. Udo Dirkschneider from Accept
Oh,
was on
wow.
track.
So that was awesome for you.
Oh, lost my mind hearing when I got the tracks back and he was singing the lyrics that I wrote. I got like goosebumps and almost started crying. I'm like, my hero is singing my song,
right?
And then of course, Lita Ford is on a track naturally. Jason McMaster from Dangerous Toys. Yeah, I go way back with him. And one kind of newcomer, Cobra Page from Cobra and the Lotus out of Canada.
Okay.
They toured with Kiss and Def Leppard and stuff like that. And it's gotten insane press overseas already. We've got crazy accolades or whatever they call it. So we're going to radio this first quarter of the year.
Nice.
We have a video that already came out, and we have a second video, and we're putting more dates in, and I don't know, we're just gonna see where it goes. It's kind of my baby.
Right. I mean, you're obviously so busy with Lita. I mean, how do you have the?
It's tough, man. I put the Heaven Below dates kind of in between when I can, you know.
Because obviously, the Lita, that's your bread and butter. I mean, that's how you pay your bills.
I'm like you, dude. I don't hold still. I get bored when I'm home. You know, 2 hours, I'm bored at home.
Right.
So I'm always working on Heaven Below whenever I can, even out on the road with Lita and all that stuff. So I like being busy.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Is a lot of people they're in so many multiple bands. Yeah. Nowadays, it wasn't just like, well, this guy's in this band, this guy's in this band, and that's it.
Yeah.
Now it's like, well, they got that, and they're in Bullet Boys, and and name another '80s band.
I keep mine down to 2. That's all I have time for. I mean, I do session work. I just came tonight from a killer session up in the Hollywood Hills, and like I said, I'm amazed like anybody else that I make a living doing music.
Right,
I mean, how is that even possible in 2017?
That's amazing. It's like, boom, you get the call and say, hey, you want to come play guitar on this record? Oh, absolutely.
I'm there, yeah. And I'll tell you, half the time, people always tell you you're a great player, well, you're so easy to get along with. A lot of it is just being a cool person that gets along with people.
Right.
They're like, this guy comes in, if you're not an asshole, you play what they want, you show off a little bit, but not too much.
Right.
Next thing you know, people call you back again. Next thing you know, you're playing on albums.
Yeah, it's kind of my motto. Just don't be a douche.
Yeah, exactly.
Have a good day and don't be a douche.
Yeah, there's plenty of douches out there already. Let them do it.
Right, exactly. Are you originally a California kid?
Texas.
Texas.
San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, the town that Red McCombs
Yes,
from.
that's right. Yeah.
And threatened to bring our Vikings there
Oh,
year when they were trying to get a stadium built before he.
Oh man.
Well, maybe we'll just take him down to San Antonio, and can't get a stadium up here in Minneapolis. Go down to San Antonio.
Oh man, it's a beautiful city, man.
I've heard that.
It's a great tourist spot. The Riverwalk is beautiful. I'm jaded because I was born and raised there, but I did get Union Underground signed to a major label out of there, which was like at the time or even now is a feat of God. It's just amazing that it happened. I don't even know how it happened, and but it is a beautiful city. Yeah,
I've never been. The only time I've been to Texas is, other than the fact that all my exes live there. Oh wait, Pat Fontaine. Can I hear the laugh?
Yeah.
It was a layover.
Yeah,
and it was just, oh shit! I have to run from one side of the Dallas airport to another.
That's a huge airport.
You thought O'Hare was bad.
Yeah,
it's like fuck. Oh, I have to get on a train now.
You get on a shuttle to get on another shuttle.
Yeah, exactly. So I've never actually been to Texas.
Oh, dude, you would love it. It's
I know,
great food. It's great drinking. Women are hot. It's not as expensive as out here.
Right.
Yeah. So the beaches. I think the beaches suck compared to the West Coast. But I don't know.
Actually, I like the East Coast, especially like the Florida beaches on the Caribbean side,
They're
in
warm,
the Gulf,
yeah.
in the Gulf, because like in like Clearwater, Tampa, like right in that area, it's like fucking powders.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
And, like you go to fucking Santa Monica here, go to Venice Beach, and it's like fucking rocks. And,
yeah, exactly.
God damn, this sucks. So when did you come out to LA?
2003. I moved in. I moved to Hollywood, and I moved into DJ Ashba's apartment.
Oh, really?
And me and DJ and my bass player Heaven Below lived together in a 2-bedroom apartment for about 6 months, and I ended up hating living in Hollywood.
Really?
Yeah, I liked partying there, but it's like living at Disneyland. It was just like constantly people partying, and I don't know. I mean, partying's great and all, but I wanted to fucking play music, you know,
right.
Keep the dream alive. And I ended up moving into the Valley, and that had some normalcy. Yeah.
I can see it. See, I want to live in Hollywood. I really do. It's like, I'm getting closer because I'm moving to Burbank.
I think you're doing better going to Burbank than going to Hollywood, personally. Yeah. No, I'm not ragging on Hollywood. It's awesome. You know, Ace.
Yeah.
Great time. A lot of my friends have a good time there. I like some quietness. I live in a cul-de-sac in the South Bay, you know, and it's quiet. I'm a mile from the beach. I ride my bicycle to the beach. And I really like that.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I guess, I don't know, a little bit of whatever suits you, you know?
Right. Well, that's the one thing that kind of sucks about living all the way over here is like the beach is so far away, it doesn't even seem like it's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it's like because I drive Lyft so I can pay my bills.
Yeah.
And every once in a while you go down, drive somebody down to Santa Monica. It's like, oh yeah, the fucking ocean's right here. That's right. I forgot about that.
Oh, dude, if you come over to where I'm at, Hermosa and the Torrance area out there, I ride my bike. I get whiplash looking at hot chicks in bikinis.
Oh, yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
You will crash your bike if you're not careful.
Well, I get whiplash driving. Especially, I mean, even around here now. I mean, because you know when all the neckbeards and the hipsters moved in and kind of gentrified this area, it was just a little sketchy when I first moved in. But now it's like, you know, the neckbeards moved in with their fucking craft beer. Yeah. And so I can't get a fucking...
And their banjos.
And their banjos and their fucking man buns and their skinny jeans.
God,
and
don't get me started on the man buns.
I'm walking down to the dealership today because I had to get a new vehicle because the Bimmer is not acting so good to me right now. And I'm walking and there it is. I see the man bun. I'm like, oh yeah, he's got a neck beard too. Oh shit, he's got skinny jeans as well. It's like it's the trifecta.
Was there Crocs? Tell me there wasn't Crocs.
Oh, I wish there was. I wish there was. But I saw another one later that was skinny jeans with the tight roll.
Oh no,
that's coming back.
Wow,
that's coming back.
You know why? You know how you stay in fashion? We probably learned this long ago, being rock fans. The best way to stay in fashion is to never be in fashion. That's how you. That's how
right,
you
exactly. Or just fucking wear what you've always worn.
Exactly. Just
You
think,
know?
what would Lemmy do? You know,
Exactly.
That's all you have to do.
That's kind of my fucking motto. One another one. What would Lemmy do?
Yeah.
Lemmy would drink a Jack and Coke and write another Motorhead record.
Yeah, he'd wear. Remember those white patent boots he'd
Oh,
wear?
yeah.
You'd see him leaving, and I was like, man, I would never wear those, but God bless him. He likes them. He should wear them.
And that was the thing about Lemmy. It's like he dressed like he dressed, and it was the same on stage and off.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just Lemmy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think was it Lars in the Lemmy documentary said it should just be a verb.
Yeah,
Lemmy
exactly.
should just be a verb.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God. Somebody's commenting on. Let's see if this is on your photo.
Is it? Let's see.
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
It's probably somebody I know.
Oh, Ross Olsen. Oh no, it was on my pizza.
And that's good pizza.
Yeah, it is good pizza. All right. So what else the fucking we got? Give me a good Marty, the one-man party story.
Oh man, Marty knows so many people that you can just hang out with Marty and you will increase your friend ratio by a 300%. Oh man, Marty's awesome. When I joined Lita, everybody says, "Oh, you joined Lita. What's it like playing with her?" And of course, that's amazing.
Right.
But Bobby Rock is on drums,
Right.
and Marty O'Brien's on bass. So when I showed up, I'm like, "Yeah, I want to be in this band."
Right. And of course, Marty has an axe.
That's true. He has a real axe
Yeah,
bass.
and that's right. I wanted to talk about that. You guys did the Kiss cruise.
Yeah, that was a good time.
And you wore the Ankh.
That's right. I dressed up as Vinnie Vincent on Halloween, and it was Marty's fault, actually.
Really?
Marty said, "Hey, man, we're going to be on the Kiss Cruise on Halloween, and you're a huge Vinnie Vincent fan," which I am. He goes, "That only makes sense that you would be Vinnie Vincent." I'm like, "You're right." So for about 2 weeks when we were on tour, I had rounded up everything for the costume, and I had a sweatshop in all my hotel rooms or in the back of the bus, and I was putting together the suit, and everybody's like,
wow.
"What are you doing back there?" And I worked on it like crazy, and sure enough, I debuted it that night, and Bobby Rock and Lita and Marty, everybody's like, "Whoa."
How many times did you have to do the makeup?
I
could
did
get it.
This is what I did. I knew it was going to take a long time. I've been ace before, like a lot of us.
Right.
So I said, let me just wake up in the morning. I'm going to go get breakfast on the buffet thing, and then I'm going to go start working on the makeup. So it took me, the Ankh took a couple times, but I had consulted with people that were on the cruise and people that knew.
Yeah, there's a couple people on that cruise that probably knew what they were talking about.
And you know how it is for us diehard Kiss fans. Like we know Vinny was crazy. We know the stories, but we appreciate what he did do for Kiss and what a badass guitar player he was. Whether he was freakazoid or not, he was amazing.
Right, exactly. Do you listen to Three Sides of the Coin? Do you know?
Yeah, I have listened to it. Yep, check it out.
They've had that. They always have that discussion. Did Vinny save Kiss?
And Mark Slaughter was on that one, and I listened to it a while back. I am one of the people that say yes, he did. He also ruined, not Kiss, he didn't ruin them, but he ruined a little bit of the internalness of what's going on because after they'd been through Mark St. John and Vinnie Vincent, and Bruce Kulick is a great guitar player.
And a great guy.
As a kid, I didn't come to appreciate him till later because as a kid, I thought he was kind of vanilla. I thought he was plain. I liked how Vinny shredded. I liked how he wrote songs. And I don't know. I guess Vinnie Vincent's probably a great guy until he's in your band that you created and made huge.
Right. And, Mark's been on this show, and it's like he tells that story. It's like Slaughter got their deal because Vinny was a nut job, and he got fired.
And think how we talk about this on the cruise. We were saying how it would be it would be amazing if Vinny came back out now and did something nostalgically and was able to get on a Kiss cruise, even though Gene Paul wouldn't let him.
Right,
But if he could do something, all of us would have so much like nostalgia and bang for your buck coming out of the gate. But who knows where his head's at? Nobody even knows where he is.
Exactly, and that's a funny part. It's like nobody does know where he is. It's like his house was foreclosed. Yeah. And he was just a bunch of shit that was left there, literally.
Yeah. His wife, I know his wife passed away.
Yeah. Everybody thinks, there's a lot of people that thinks he's a woman now.
Oh, God.
Which is hilarious.
Yeah.
I was at, it was over Labor Day. I was at the Rainbow for their Labor Day show that they have every year. It was LA Guns and Tough and What Up, Stevie. And there was a guy wearing a Vinnie Vincent Invasion shirt. I took a picture. I'm like, he's the one.
Yeah. Hey, I own a Vinnie Vincent Invasion shirt, a badass one.
Of course you do.
Yeah. When I tried out for Lita, and I connected with Bobby Rock, of course, and I got home, and after they told me I had the gig, I went through my vinyl, and I pulled out the Vinnie Vincent Invasion signed by all the members, and I told Bobby Rock, I said, yeah, I met you when I was 14 years old. My mom dropped me off at the signing for the Vinnie Vincent thing. You know?
Oh, shit. I didn't know he was in that.
Yeah, he's on both the records.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did. I guess I had always just assumed it was Slaughter without Vinny.
Oh no,
Vinny.
Bobby Rock was.
So it was okay. Bloss came in.
Yeah.
After that,
and after
Gotcha.
playing with Bobby and when I did the audition, it was no wonder to me why he's played with Nelson, why he's played with Vinnie Vincent. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those Nelson twins.
Yeah.
Those are good twins. Those are good guys. Those are good guys. Have you tried to play Love Kills with them?
No, I haven't yet, but I do sometimes play the riff to Boys Are Gonna Rock or Ashes to Ashes.
Right.
I should play Love Kills.
It's a great song.
We talked about Heaven Below doing a Vinnie Vincent cover. Heaven Below just recorded a bunch of covers. We did a cover of Rush Subdivisions, and William Shatner is a guest on the song.
Oh, my God.
And you're probably wondering, how did that happen?
Yes, please do tell.
I'll tell you right here. A buddy of mine, a producer friend of mine, had called me up and said, hey, I'm doing a record with William Shatner. It's all covers. And I know you know all these covers because you've played them. Can you come in and lay a guide vocal for William Shatner so he knows where he is in the song? I said, of course. So I go down there and do it. It went over great, and I got a call a few days later. Can you come in and sing the backup vocals on this song?
Oh, nice.
And then, can you come in and do the rhythm guitar? So William Shatner was so gracious, and son, if you ever need anything, just let me know. And so less than a year, I'm thinking, yeah, what would I ever need him for?
Right.
Less than a year later, we're covering Rush Subdivisions, and I'm thinking, man, who's going to do that part that goes Subdivisions? And oh my God, I know who needs to do it. And so I made the phone call, and he did it.
Dude, that is badass.
Yeah, and it became a little viral kind of thing on all the Rush fan sites and everything, and it has insane views on a video that a fan made.
Oh wow!
And so we do covers in Heaven Below just for fun. So we just recorded a Motley Crue cover, a Pantera cover. We're doing covers from bands that are all gone. We're thinking about a release called Rest in Pieces. And
nice.
We did Motley Crue, We Need a Lover Tonight. Went deep on it.
See, that's what I love when people go deep on covers. It's like anybody can fucking cover Shout at the Devil.
No, we've all heard that before. We did We Need a Lover, we did a Pantera song, we did a Motorhead medley. And the cool thing about a Motorhead medley, it seems so obvious to me. The songs are so similar in arrangement and feel, it made sense to put the three together. And our bass player sings that one because he's got the Lemmy voice. And we did a Dio song too.
Oh, nice!
So we're like, man, these sound really good. We're happy with them. Maybe we need to keep going. We need to do a Twisted Sister song, a Black Sabbath song, stuff like that. Maybe a Vinnie Vincent.
There you go. I was just going to say Vinnie Vincent. There was an Elvis guy out of Ireland. His name is James the King Brown, and he did these 2 records called Gravelands, and it was him as Elvis doing songs from dead artists. As Elvis.
Kind of like, remember that band that was on Headbangers Ball, Dread
Zeppelin? Yeah. No.
Oh, different from that.
Different from that. It was, his version, A Whole Lot of Rosie, rules.
So he sang it as if Elvis was going to do it.
Yeah, but for the most part, the music was the same.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Dude, it was killer. And there was Sweet Home Alabama.
Yeah.
Imagine that with Elvis on vocals. Big wheels keep on turning.
Yeah, okay, I see that. Yeah.
Bring it on to my kin. Fucking amazing.
That's cool.
So what we're going to do, we're going to take a short 1-minute break. Be right back with Petra Kennison. It's another fucking podcast.
If you need to promote your band or business, or just want to stylize, personalize, or customize your ride, check out vid-decals.com. Want to create and customize your own stickers representing your band, or make your own bumper sticker? Vid Decals can do it. All stickers are printed on quality vinyl and can be placed on any flat surface. Stickers are an affordable way to promote your band or business. Go to vid-decals.com to get started. That's vid-decals.com. vid-decals.com.
RockstarLeatherworks.com is your home for badass rock and roll gear. Featuring 100% handmade leather bands, watches, cuffs, bracelets, and more, Rockstar Leatherworks has something for everybody. Whether you are going to the show or you are in it, you can find something to fit your needs. Choose from a variety of designs or create your own masterpiece. Their bands and watches are second to none. They also ship internationally. Who needs a stage to be a rock star? Check out RockstarLeatherworks.com. All right, and we have returned. Patrick Kennison from Lita Ford's band is the guest this evening. Thank you again for swinging by. It kind of worked out because you said you live in the South Bay. You're up in the hills fucking recording and...
Yeah, I said I got to do this.
Yeah, why not? Because we've been wanting to do this for a while.
Yeah, every time it's either been like last time I got sick or I had somebody else's session to do or something.
Yeah, I think the last time was it supposed to be was it a drunken summit?
I think
yes,
so,
it was. Oh, dude, we got to get you back for a drunken summit. Those are the best. We just
dude, and Burbank's going to be great because that's I'm always over in that area.
Oh, fucking perfect. Yeah. Fucking perfect. Yeah. So yeah, you were playing through the beater and you were telling me you have a... Tell me about the amp you're playing on, because that sounded pretty fucking killer.
Just like you, I'm an old school guy. I like tube amps. I hate digital stuff. I gotta have real burning tubes and all that. Well, this company out of Germany, they're called Kemper. You guitar nerds know what that is. It's a profiling amplifier, so it doesn't model or simulate anything. You can plug any amp into it, and it'll record the sound of that amp onto its hard drive and onto a flash drive. And I saw, this is how I found out about it. Years back, I went and saw Accept just a few years back. And Wolf Hoffman, amazing guitar player, crazy underrated. I was in the front row and they started playing and I thought, oh my God, this is the best guitar tone I've ever heard in concert ever, having seen Van Halen and Metallica, all that. And I see this weird apparatus above the cabinets that looks like a time machine.
Apparatus.
Yeah, it looks like something that Stewie from Family Guy made.
Right.
And we talked to Accept backstage, me and my band members, and I said, "What is that thing you're playing through?" "Oh, it's a Kemper. It's German. It's a profiling amplifier, records amplifier onto." And I was like, "Well," he was explaining stuff. I'm like, "Well, this is alien talk. This is weird." I finally checked one out at NAMM. The thing is out of control. It's basically a computer that records the sound of any amplifier you give it, puts it on a flash drive, and boom, you have that amp. And you can do a blindfold test with it, and you can't tell the difference between the amp you copied. So I had to have one. So, of course, Lita's manager, great guy, he talked to Kemper, and, of course, I ended up getting one. And I got to tell you, the only problem with it is that I can't play without it. I have to play through that. I can play through any Marshall I want on the Lita Ford dates. No, I want my Kemper. And people that come see us play, they go, "Dude, your guitar sounds insane." And, yeah, that thing is crazy. You can get so specific with it because you have hundreds of amps to choose from. My buddy handed me a flash drive the other day and goes, "Here's Metallica's Mesa Boogies from the Bob Rock sessions, and they profiled all of them. Here, you want to try them?" And I go home, and I have Metallica's Mesa Boogies coming out of my speaker cabinet.
It's fucking unbelievable.
It's weird, right? Like, how this is like cloning for, humans, but amplifiers.
My God. I
love them, though. They love new artists. Anybody that wants to get one, I'm in tight with them, and they really are good to people who are out there touring and stuff.
Right.
Kemper with a K, Kemper amps. It's the strangest thing I've ever played through.
That's insane. It's like, that Kotzen RK5 that I use, that's obviously on a very different level, but it's like my tone, it's like I can just fucking plug
these are awesome. My buddy plays through one, and he does fly dates all the time, and he just puts that in his bag. And he's ready to go.
That's all you do, and then it's like, boom, there's my tone. It's right there. You don't have to fucking change anything. It's like, boom, just there it is.
The technology's so crazy. There's a thing on your iPhone that I have on my iPhone. It's called bias. It's like amplitude from your computer, and you get to choose the amp, and you can even choose which tubes. And it is a simulation,
right?
But I plugged it in, and I was pretty blown away by it. And I hate digital stuff. It's called bias. You plug your guitar into this little interface. That it comes off your phone.
What the fuck?
I use it to like rehearse and stuff, and it sounds pretty damn. I mean, it's not a Kemper, but it sounds damn good.
Jesus Christ! I can just fucking practice through your phone,
through my iPhone. Yeah, that's what I do.
Oh my God!
I don't know what's going to happen in 20 years. Maybe everybody's going to be gone and the planet's done. But, man, in the meanwhile, the technology is just...
Well,
freaky.
right now the liberals think that's going to happen on Friday.
Oh,
But, but yeah, the technology's insane. And it's like, and now you have a signature amp or a signature pedal.
Yeah, the great people at Taurus Pedals. It's taurus-pedals.com. They approached me about doing a signature pedal, and it's called the Devil Drive. And before you even hear it, I'm going to just say it's the coolest looking pedal you've ever seen. It's chrome, and it has my tattoo on it. And it sounds like a cross between an Ibanez Tube Screamer and the Zakk Wylde MXR Overdrive.
Okay.
It's somewhere in there, a little more nuts than those. And it just came out, and I love it. I use that all the time. Sounds great in front of a Marshall. Sounds great on a practice amp. I've done my Kemper profiles. You can profile with the pedal or without.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That's one thing I was going to ask with those Kempers. It's like, okay, so you can have whatever your setup is, and it'll
profile with that. And then it'll even put it inside the Kemper in a section that's for the pedals, and they can turn off and on.
So if Eddie Van Halen wanted to actually give his actual tone to people, he could just boom.
Absolutely.
There it is.
Oh, there's all kinds of 5153 profiles.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not talking
his
that.
Personal
his
one.
person. I mean, with his rig and his fucking pedals and everything.
Yes, you would have it on there, and it'd be on a flash drive.
Jesus Christ. My God, I still can't believe what they're doing with
We're
shit
not
now.
going to need women anymore soon, is he? They're just going to profile them, put them on a flash drive. It's realdolls.com.
Well, right now, it's like, I need women, I just don't have women. So now we're going to get to a point where I don't even need women.
It's going to be like cloning. They're just going to step into your device like Stewie's from Family Guy thing, and it's going to copy them, and that woman's going to be yours forever.
Yeah, but will they be able to cuddle? I'm a cuddler.
That's going to cost more.
Now, of course.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Cuddling and anal.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where the money is.
Dude, those are big upgrades you just asked for.
They are big upgrades. It's like going from like the 6-cylinder Mustang up to the Cobra.
Wait, is the anal for them or for you? Which that's going to affect the price.
It depends if she has a cock or not.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's going to cost more too.
Speaking of the cock, Dennis, but if you want the tranny version, that's going to be up there.
You're going to have to go to not Indonesia, where
Thailand.
Thailand. Yeah.
Thailand. Is it going to be fully functional, or is it just going to be there for the show?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
This
I don't know
is
if
the
they
weirdest conversation.
I don't know if they can
Actually,
profile
no,
that.
I take that back. This is not the weirdest conversation I've had on this show.
I know it was with Ace, I'm sure.
No, it was. I had a tranny porn star on the show.
Oh,
her
okay.
name is Morgan Bailey, and her interview was actually one of the best interviews I've ever done. Got a little weird at the end.
Yeah.
When she was talking about her cock. And
Was it functional? Was it functional?
How much she loves her cock.
Wow.
It is functional.
See, I've never wanted to be in competition with my sexual partner.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm not down for swordplay.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it's weird. The first porn star I had on, Julianne, good friends with her boyfriend is how she ended up on the show. And I knew her, so it was weird. As I tried to watch, just to do some, research. Yeah. And I couldn't. I couldn't do something.
The lines of professional to personal got blurred.
Yeah, it was like, no, you're my friend. I can't see, as gorgeous as you are, I can't see you get plowed. It's just not. I felt wrong.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, me.
Wow, you have morals?
I have morals. It's that Minnesota nice boy in me, so good. But I checked out Morgan Bailey's stuff.
I'm not into it, but good for them that they can have sex with such bright lights on them and people around them. I would be a mess. I'd be.
Oh, dude, I'd be like, you want me to do what?
Yeah.
Now? I can't. It's like I've got,
Can we shoot this in back of a 57 Chevy with bad lighting and and some weird gasoline smell? That's the only way I can do this.
Wait for it. Ah, come on, you piece of shit. Ah.
Yeah.
Pat Fontaine laugh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Where else are we going with this? What else you got on your fucking table? Are you doing anything with NAMM this weekend? Or
I'm going to be at NAMM, on Friday and Saturday. I'm sure you can find me around the Schecter booth, the Kemper booth, of course.
Oh, so you're a Schecter guitar guy?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Everybody, Scum love. You gotta love Scum. He just bring everybody in there. That is probably one of the best endorsements I've ever had.
Really?
It's a killer company, man. Have you been down there before?
Yes.
Dude, it's like a party. I mean, besides, obviously they make badass stuff, but you go upstairs and Michael and everybody, it's so like non-corporate bullshit. It's people dressing like us, talking about guitars, talking about porn stars, and they're very serious about their instruments and what they do, but it's so unstuffy there. It's so uncorporate. I'm like, God, every other guitar company or things I've been endorsed with, it's like, it's kind of, white collar and stuff. Schecter is fucking awesome.
Interesting. I know Ace has a couple that they gave him. Because I think he's endorsed by them.
Yeah.
I think. Or he was at some point. I don't fucking know. I mean, I should know this stuff because he's like my little brother, but we're just too busy drinking Jack.
Yeah, exactly.
And hanging at his table at the Rainbow.
Oh, man, they have great stuff. I like their guitars because you can shred on it like an Ibanez, but it actually sounds big and fat like a Gibson. I love Gibson guitars. Those are killer. I own 5 Gibsons, but they're kind of like 57 Chevys. They're not always built for speed. They're built for badass tone, and they're the real thing. So I don't like to work too hard when I play a guitar. I want it to do a little bit of the heavy lifting for me. Right. And a Schecter definitely does that. Just like, some of the other great companies out there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's, like me, it's like I'm not a shredder. I can chop my way through Ace Frehley solos here and there. So it's like, that's why I roll with Gibson.
Oh, and it's tried and true. It's good stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, you're just going to be hanging out. You're not really
no, I have
any demos or nothing.
Nope. Schecter has so many killer artists. They kind of swap us out each year.
Gotcha.
So they used Heaven Below and me for a lot last year, and so some of the other guys will come in this year.
They have Ashba, right?
Yeah, he has a signature model. I'm not sure if he's there. 6 a.m. might be on tour.
Right.
His model is awesome. I played it, and it is definitely like a Lamborghini of guitars.
Really?
Yeah, it's got a little bit of tricks on it. It's got like the detune-up to drop the strings. It's got the Sustainiac, which I love. But these aren't meat and potato Gibson kind of things.
Right. How do you like all that flashy shit on guitars?
I like a little bit of it. I used to be resilient to it, but I kind of have that new metal era going back with Union Underground,
right,
7-string, and I was shying away from it. But then once I had songs that could use it,
right,
and whammy pedals like Tom Morello, kind of liked it. But yeah, people out there abuse that stuff.
Right. Well, and I'm just talking like little shit, like like Gibson has those ones with the auto tuners on it, and it's like
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
No. Yeah. I think the one thing that I do want, what Kotzen does with his Telly is, I can't remember the name of the company, but it's the tuner's built right into the guitar.
Evertune.
Something like that, where it would look just like one of the volume knobs.
Oh, it's on the volume knob.
Yeah.
I've seen that. That's
cool.
And
it's fucking killer. It's like you don't fucking need a tuner. You're fucking
they have one. There's one that the side of the pickup shows it. It shows the note. Yeah, and you pull the pot and it goes
something like that. Yeah, but
cool.
I think the company that he uses, or that the ones that he has, they're like out of business, but you can still get them all over eBay, for like $12, $15 or something like that.
And you don't have to retrofit your guitar and do all a bunch of modification. It just goes right in.
No, it has to be installed.
Is there routing for it?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But like Dylan Wilson, his bass player, he's like he did it too. He's like, dude, it's fucking awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Because it's boom, it's like right there.
Hell yeah.
Intune.
Okay.
Is the name of it.
I'll have to check
or
it out.
N-tune, and they make them like they have they got the Les Paul model. So the Les Paul knob, and they got the Telly knob, and they got the Strat knob.
I need to check that. My problem with playing lately is I'm so used to having a Floyd Rose whammy bar that I feel lost without it. So I've been going through this thing where when I put on like your Les Paul or some of my Gibsons at home, I feel like I'm missing something if I don't have the tremolo. So I don't know. I like to make noise like Van Halen 1 and just squeak Dimebag sounding notes and stuff. And I think I need therapy. I need to get back to be able to play without it. I can't lately.
Well, that's what you play with when you're out with Lita, correct?
Yeah, I always play my Schecters with the Floyd Rose. And I love the Floyd Rose because when you lock it down, it stays in tune. It doesn't. I can throw the guitar in the air. Yeah.
See, my first big boy guitar was the Van Halen Ernie Ball, like right when they came out.
Those are killer.
It was cool. It was light.
Had a real Floyd Rose on it.
Had a real Floyd Rose. It was the purple color.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like about that guitar though is my fucking forearm would rub up on the ridge.
It didn't have the bevel.
No, it was the original one, and
they're kind of short scale, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
they are. And it's like, oh, it's an Eddie, and it's kind of small, so it'll be easier to play.
I think those scared me off because they were smaller scale. And at the time, I wanted to have like a Gibson Firebird. I wanted something that looked like Nikki Sixx's bass, or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember jamming with some friends back home years ago, and his dad came into the garage where the studio was.
Yeah.
And he looks at my guitar and goes, "Would you get that out of a fucking Cracker Jack box?"
Oh God, I didn't know the Ernie Ball's real.
They were great. Yeah. They were great because it was smaller sized and
you're a tall guy.
I'm a tall guy, and
I'm average height, and I still feel like those guitars are too small for me. I like to go with something that has some girth on it.
Yeah, I mean once I strapped a Les Paul on me, it's like, oh, this is
why they do it.
That my balls grew a little bit. Yeah. I got some hair on my chest. And I love that guitar, but it was like I'm a Gibson guy.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Unless, one of these boutique guitar companies that wants to build me something, I'd be happy to be one of their guys.
You would love one of my Gibson Firebirds. You know the one that Paul has on the cover of Alive with the one pickup with the wraparound bridge?
Yeah.
I have one of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's a heritage model. I paid way too much for it.
Of course.
And
any Gibson.
I had it custom done, custom painted, and it looks like the one on the cover of Alive. And I bust it out from time to time. I won't take it on tour. No way.
Well, of course not.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I don't even want to get a ding on it. But you'd cream on it when you come to my house. You're gonna.
Oh, I can't fucking wait. Notice how this conversation always goes back to Kiss.
Absolutely.
Always. What's your most underrated Kiss record?
I would probably have to say. I can't say Revenge because that's not underrated.
No, it's not. It's like the one non-makeup record that everybody loves.
I can't say Creatures either. I guess I would say Psycho Circus. I'm that guy.
Wow.
That's the one I say. I know that Ace and Peter barely played on it, but I like it.
I basically had an orgasm the first time I heard the song Psycho Circus.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God. It sounds like Kiss again.
Yeah.
Not that it didn't sound like Kiss, because it sounded like that version of Kiss.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh my God, it's you didn't know the first time you heard it. You thought it was Ace and Peter on. It's like, oh my, this is awesome.
I love
and
that
it's a
whole
great
album.
song.
I like the songs.
Oh man.
The only song I didn't like was the Peter ballad.
Yeah.
But what's the one at the end that Gene sings? Can you feel like I feel?
Oh my God!
It's Journey, 1,000 Years.
It's been so long since I've listened to that fucking record. I couldn't tell you.
Oh, what's that one? I gave my life and I gave my soul.
Sold my soul for rock and roll.
That's a good song. I liked it because it reminded me of old Kiss.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the track that Ace sang that Gene wrote?
That didn't make that album?
Right. I think it was on one of the singles. Yeah, but it's like Ace is singing. It's like you could just totally tell that those are Gene lyrics.
Oh yeah,
man.
Kiss is. I'm not saying bad, but Paul kind of shatters a lot of your dreams when he tells you how things played out with Kiss, and you're like, God, it was like that, But he's telling the truth, I guess.
Have you read all 4 of the books?
No, I've read the Gene book. I think I've only read Gene's. Yeah. The Ace Did Nothing book, as I call it. Remember, at the end of everything, I'm like, God, does he have to totally? Okay, fine, I get it, Gene.
My favorite 2 are Ace and Peter's.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul's is really good,
Yeah.
but my favorite two are Ace and Peter's. I mean, because Peter just, it's like when I had Jeff LeBar on the show, it's like he owned everything. He's like, look, Cinderella's not together because I'm a fucking drunk.
Whoa.
He came out and said it.
Yeah.
You know, and Peter's book is kind of like that.
Yeah.
But my favorite part about Ace's book, because I'm an Ace wonk, obviously, is you're reading it and you're listening to Ace narrate it in your head.
That's awesome. Yeah, and so this one time, Gene and Paul wanted me to meet up, and I said, hey. You know, Marty O'Brien does an amazing Ace Frehley.
Oh, I bet he does.
Yeah.
What does Marty, the one-man party, do that's not amazing?
Exactly. That's true.
Oh, good old fucking Marty. I got to have him on the show sometime.
Dude, we're playing with Ace next month in Vegas.
You are playing with Ace next month in Vegas.
Why don't you come up, dude?
What's the date?
It's like the first week of February. We're at that bowling place.
So you're at the
Brooklyn Bowl.
You're at the Brooklyn Bowl while I'm on the Monsters of Rock cruise from the 2nd through the 7th, and then the cruise to the Edge, the Prague cruise, from the 7th until the 11th, and I don't get back to town until the 11th.
I will be drinking shots in your honor, and I'll tell Ace to play all the songs that you want to hear.
You should see my set list for AC.
Oh yeah,
dude, you would love it. I had John Regan on the show. I'm like, dude, we're doing Words Are Not Enough. He's like, you're doing Words Are Not Enough? Really? Damn. And we're doing Insane.
No way.
Yeah.
You know, Ace is the first rock star that I met in person.
I've never met him.
I met him in 1987 or 8 when he was out with Iron Maiden. I was still in high school, and I got into a bar with my brother's ID, my older brother's ID, and I met Ace, and I got very excited that he was there, and I kind of had to check myself, and I went up and talked to him and shook his hand. He was wasted, but he talked to me for a minute, and I could tell you every word of that conversation. It was short, it was cool, and it was the first rock star I ever met.
Dude, I think mine was Gene.
Oh, did he smash your childhood dreams by being mean to you?
No, it was when they did the convention tour, and we stayed at the hotel that the convention was at.
This is 90s?
95, so it was right before the reunion.
Yeah.
And the morning, I didn't count the whole meet and greet, get something signed. You can't count that.
No, yeah.
Somebody.
Just the one.
But the morning after, I had to go downstairs to get a Mountain Dew because I was hungover as fuck, and I was one of those guys that needed a Mountain Dew to wake up.
Yeah.
Every morning. It's like that's how my mom knew I was awake. She heard the crack of the can.
Your poor kidneys.
I had a 12-pack sitting next to my bed.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was. That's not the same with this case of Coca-Cola right here. That's just one a day. But I'm looking like a total fucking rube. I got my convention shirt on, and I got my Kiss hat on.
Yeah.
And elevator opens up, and Gene's in the elevator.
Oh shit.
He looks at me. He's like, "Come on." I'm like, "Oh, Daddy."
Now you're up. Now you're awake.
Now I'm awake, and I'm scared shitless. And when they were doing press for it, I was friends with a couple of people at the radio station that I ended up on later. And he's like, "Well, give me a bunch of questions, and then maybe I'll ask him one, during the interview." And he asked him one, and it was something stupid. It was like one of the worst questions on there.
Yeah.
And I told him that. He's like, "Well, I do a lot of interviews." I'm like, "Duh,
Yeah.
I know this." He goes, "Well, what was the question? Maybe I'll remember the question." I told him the question, and he answered the exact same way that he answered when he was on the, doing the interview.
Yeah.
But we go down, it's like small talk in the elevator because there's a couple other people on the elevator. Yeah. And go down to the lobby, and I sit down on a couch with Gene, and we're like bullshit. I'm like bullshitting with Gene for a couple minutes. And I was asking him about, if they still record all the shows, and if there any way to find a certain show. He's like, it'd be like finding a needle in a haystack. I'm like, yeah, I understand that. Then all of a sudden, this gal comes up. He goes, "Excuse me." I'm like, "Oh, this is over. This is done." He gets up, gives her a hug. He goes, "How are you?" She's like, "Good. How are you?" He's like, "I'm good. Did you get laid last night?" She goes, "Yes. Did you?" He goes, "Of course."
It looked like a scene out of a rock movie or something.
Right. And basically what was happening, I'm sitting there with Gene, and all of a sudden I look over at the elevator, and Eric Singer comes walking out, then Bruce comes walking out, and those two are like hanging over by the hotel desk, and not a single person is going over there.
Oh, man.
And by this time, people are figuring out what's going on.
Yeah.
So the fucking lobby's just packed with people.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the elevator opens up, and Paul comes out. And I'm getting my hat signed at
That's
this
like
point.
Moses parting the sea or whatever.
And the exact same thing happened to me as happened when I met him at the convention when he was doing his signing thing. I get up to him, and I remember the elevator opened up, and his hair's all fucked up. He's got his sunglasses on and his Kiss leather jacket on.
Yeah.
And he's like, because the crowd, and he signs a couple things, and I put the hat out, and he starts walking away. And I said the exact same thing that I said the day before at the convention. I go, dude, I've been waiting for this all my life. And he turns around with the pout.
And he signs it.
Signs the hat. And on both of the hats that I had him sign the day before and that biggest fucking signature out of them all.
All right, I got to ask you some questions.
Go for it.
Coolest rock star, hero you ever met?
Coolest
I want the coolest one, and I want the douchiest one.
Oh, my God.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Coolest one?
The guy you met, and you go, man, this dude's fucking cool.
You know what? The one that I didn't expect to be cool that actually turned out to be really fucking cool is Tammy Down.
Yeah. Oh, that dude's always awesome.
I was, when I first moved out here, the first week I was in LA, a friend that I met on the very first Monsters of Rock cruise hooked me up via Facebook with a whole bunch of his friends out here.
Yeah.
And one of them, his name is Dave Brown, Julianne's boyfriend, the porn star that was on the show.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, we're having a UFC. Why don't you come over? That's the place that I'm actually moving into at the end of the month.
Yeah.
This is how small this fucking world is, right? Or this fucking group is. And I go over there, and I'm sitting there, I'm watching UFC. Then I look over, and fucking Ricky Rackman and Tammy Down come walking in. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Where did I end up?
Yeah.
And Tammy's like, hey, Bubba. He remembered me from the fucking cruises.
Yeah.
Because we have a mutual love of this band called Flip out of Minneapolis, because I had a Flip shirt on. He's like, hey, Bubba, I fucking love that band. And yeah, Tammy's the one that I for some reason I expected him to be a douche, but he's like the fucking nicest guy.
Oh, he's always sweet when I see him.
But
Okay, tell me the douchiest. Come on, just throw him under the bus.
Oh my God.
I mean, somebody of some worth that you're
somebody
surprised.
of
There's a
some
lot
worth.
of douches that nobody cares
about.
about.
Right.
Somebody you held on some kind of pedestal.
Howie Simon. No, I'm kidding. Howie, we know you love yourself.
Howie, you have your own special pedestal.
Yes, Howie, you have your very own. He's been on this show. I bet you he didn't even listen to his own show. Well, no, wait. That's probably the only.
He's listening to it right now. His show.
Yeah, he's listening to his version of the show. That's the only one he listens to over and over and over and over and over. That's
somebody who disappointed you.
Somebody who disappointed me. I think it was Paul.
Wow. Okay.
It was that
You just caught him at probably a bad time.
Yeah, but it was the same thing like the day before, because it's like he's signing all these checks.
Yeah. And
I get up there and he just starts walking away. I'm like,
dude!
It
might have just been bad timing. Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Man, it's... I'm sure if, I actually talked to him, I'm sure he's a super fucking nice guy. It was just probably one of those things. Yeah, that's a tough question. Yeah. That really is a tough question.
All right, do you want to hear mine?
Yes.
Okay. Coolest rock star I've ever met was definitely Mick Mars of Motley Crue.
Oh, really?
Yep. Hung out with the crew at a sound check, 99, 2000, not sure. I came up and started talking to him, and I knew he was kind of a quiet guy, so, I never get in anyone's face anyway. And I just started talking to him about gear, and the guy starts talking to me about gear. We start talking about guitars. He doesn't know who I am or gives a fuck, and I don't try to explain anything. Right. I just tell him I'm a fan. And the dude sat there and talked to me for 30 minutes alone on the side of the stage during the sound check, and they didn't kick me out of the sound check. And I was like, this is the coolest guy I've ever met, And we shook his
Oh, that's
hands.
awesome.
I later became friends with Nikki and stuff like that, which is awesome. But Mick Mars is the coolest motherfucker you've ever met. Douchiest, Lars Ulrich. Union Underground on the Marilyn Manson tour, early 2000s. We're playing New York, one of those historical places, Hammerstein Ballroom. Is that what it's called? Sounds right.
Yeah.
And we're all backstage with Manson and everybody, and Lars is back there, and Lars kind of has the spotlight talking.
Right.
And I remember our bass player from Union Underground, John Moyer, who's now in Disturbed. Lars was talking about the recording of the new Metallica album at the time. It was after Reload. I don't know which one it was, but right before Saint Anger, maybe.
Okay.
And he's talking about where people live in the band, in the proximity. And John Moyer asks Lars Ulrich to his face. He goes, "Well, what about Kirk?" And Lars, I'll never forget this, looks up and says, "Kirk who?" And John says, "Hammett?" And Lars goes, oh, yeah, Kirk. Well, yeah, Kirk's over in this. And everybody in the dressing room kind of looked at each other like, did that really just happen? And I guess the reason I'll say he's douchey is because Twiggy and I had been working on a song called Napster of Puppets, because it was after the Napster thing. And we had the lyrics, and so we sang it for Lars, and we thought it was hilarious. And Lars didn't find it funny at all. And
well, of course.
He's just arrogant
I
and douchey.
wonder I wonder what him and James thought about those fucking the Napster Police cartoons. Do you remember those?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Those were hilarious.
James has a great sense of humor from what I can tell from the outside. Maybe Lars was just annoyed that night or something.
That could be,
But he seemed douchey. He just did.
Well, I mean, he's one of these people that said he was going to leave the country if fucking Trump got elected.
Oh,
He's
God.
got 3 days.
Yeah, they should play his inauguration.
Oh, dude, that would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I have heard that about him.
Yeah.
I have heard that.
Maybe he just comes off like that. Like some of our friends come off.
Just because of the way they talk.
Howie Simon, for example.
Yeah,
Think
Howie.
about how many people hate Howie Simon. But, I don't know. Maybe, dude, if you and I are Metallica, maybe we'd be the biggest douchebags ever, too.
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Possibly. I mean, there's people that think I'm an asshole, which is weird.
Hey, I guess to be ignored is the worst, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's like, it's just the whole I'm gonna move out of the country because this guy's our president. That just rubs me in such
Me
a
too.
fucking
It's very
it's
very un-American.
right.
Yeah, and I hate I'm not going to go off on this thing, but America is about doing the right thing, standing tall, and moving forward. It's not about a bunch of whiny bullshit.
Well, it is now.
Yeah, apparently.
It is now.
What was that meme on Facebook? It said, kids need a special place when they found out Trump was elected. When we were kids, the space shuttle exploded. We weren't even allowed to go home early.
Exactly. Exactly. It's like, I mean, there's actually fucking colleges now. The University of Minnesota, there is actually a room that has puppies and kittens in there.
I love that room already then.
So the students can go there and pet puppies and kittens.
I'm moving there.
When they're too stressed out from school.
Oh, no, I just want to do that anyway.
Well, I do too, but it's like,
it's a crying room. Is that what you're
pretty
saying?
much, yeah.
Well, that's dangerous because some people cry and they get angry and want to kick stuff. So
I know.
they're not allowed in the puppy and kitty room.
I know. It's like, you know what? It's like it goes this whole fucking bullying thing too. It's like, don't tattle. Fucking ball up your fist and punch the kid in the fucking nose.
Exactly. This whole presidential thing, and I'm not. I guess I'm independent. I'm not Republican or Democrat.
I tell you what, the living out here has pushed me really far to the right.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, from what little I know, and I don't want to talk out of place. I'm ignorant about a lot, but I think so much of that is smokescreen, and I think it's just figureheads, and the Congress is. Man, I mean, if the president could wave his wand at everything the way he wants, it would be a lot different. I think a lot of it's phony. I just do.
Yeah, it's like you Bill Hicks fan at all? Comedy guy?
Yeah, he's awesome.
It's like that bit he had where he talked about it was I think when Clinton got elected the first time. He's talking about when the new president gets elected, he's brought into this smoky room filled with the 12 capitalist scumfucks who run everything.
Yeah,
anyways.
exactly. I'm sure.
And the new president sits down, and there's this big bald guy with a fucking cigar, and the lights go down. And the screen comes down. He goes, roll the film. And then the new president sees this angle of the Kennedy assassination that nobody's ever seen before.
Yeah.
Lights go on, screen goes. Any questions?
Yeah, exactly.
That's what my agenda is.
Yeah. George Carlin nailed it on all that stuff, all his stand-up stuff. And even without looking at it sarcastically, I mean, I don't believe for 1 minute that stuff is all straight up at all. I don't believe for
no,
1
dude.
minute.
It's like, look, basically the Republicans and the Democrats and Jesse Ventura, when he was our governor, basically he came out and after he was done being governor, he came out and said, he's like, look, it's really like professional wrestling. These guys are all friends, but they get onto that fucking floor and it's a show.
Absolutely.
Yep. Then they go have fucking beers together afterwards.
I'm sure somewhere the Rockefellers and the whoever, really has the Federal Reserve, that's all going to that.
Oh, yeah. But the thing that I do love about Trump, not to fucking go politics or hear it, but not that we haven't already, and now we've probably pissed off a couple liberals, but look the shit that he's already done.
Yeah.
Well,
he did damage control. Did you see he was holding the gay flag right when he got it, they're like, whoever runs his whole campaign and everything, all right, bro, damage control now.
Right. Well, half the shit they said he never said.
Yeah.
And whatever, but I mean, with the Ford plant that's being reopened in Detroit, with that billionaire out of Japan, his company is coming here.
Oh no shit!
Creating a huge amount of jobs.
And is Hillary? Is anybody gonna turn the screws on Hillary, or
I don't know.
Did she pay to make that go away?
I'm sure they paid to make that go away.
Yeah.
But that was like the biggest fucking pipe bomb ever. Remember that in the fucking debate?
Oh yeah.
Where she's like,
boom.
Well, somebody with your temperament shouldn't be running with your fingers on the nuclear buttons. It's like, yeah, because you'd be in jail.
Yeah.
Like, boom.
Dude, I don't know a lot about all that
right.
politics shit. I know one thing, that the Hillary votes were insanely off the charts high, and whoever really runs the Electoral College vote, I'm not sure how that works. Maybe some listeners do, but whoever runs that said she is not going in office, and they must have had a reason for it.
No, look, this is why they have Electoral College, because if they didn't, California, New York, and Florida would decide who's president.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's all liberal.
Yeah.
And it would be Democrats every fucking year. And finally, the people that got sick of 8 years of Obama's promises, the same people that voted him in are like, well, fuck, we're sick of this.
We're not having 4 more years of this.
We're not having this. All you fucking liberal pussies that have been crying and turning our country into a bunch of fucking pansies, we're sick of it.
Yeah.
Look who we're gonna vote in.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Exactly. So.
Oh man. All right, well, I don't expect any miracles out of Trump, and I wouldn't have expected any miracles out of Hillary. So
right, exactly. I don't know. Look, he's our president, and whatever happens, happens. That's the way I look at it. Yeah. Let's wrap this up. I got to get down to fucking Lucky Strike, and I don't want to keep you too late anyways, because I have a feeling if we do stay any longer, I'm going to have more beers, and then I won't be able to drive.
That's right. We got to be able to drive.
Right, exactly. Make sure you do check out all of our sponsors. Anything you need to pimp before we leave?
Heavenbelow.com, LitaFordOnline.com. Everybody, see y'all at NAMM.
Yeah.
We're gonna let's try not to get so drunk that we can't walk this time at NAMM. We got to be able to walk.
I probably won't be drinking.
Wow.
Because I'm gonna have to go to work.
Oh wow.
Afterwards.
Well then I'm gonna drink for you.
Please do. Please do. There'll be plenty of beers.
Yes.
Plenty of beers with my name on. I might have one, like as I'm walking around, just to be social.
Hell yeah.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. And so you're recording the new Lita record now, or
Lita's been with Gary Hoey. I've recorded some backing vocals on one of the tracks.
Okay.
But yeah, it's already underway. It's already going on. Heaven Below's album, Good Morning Apocalypse, is out on EMP label group.
Holding it right here. Cannot wait to check it out.
Yeah, and shit, man. No whining here. I can't wait to see what else 2017 brings for all of us.
Wait.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. Yeah. The future's bright. Let's just fucking roll with it.
Yep.
That's what I got to say. Make sure you check out all the sponsors, rockstarleatherworks.com, vid-decals.com, Beater Amplification. That's 2 E's, Beeter. You'll fucking love those. What else do we got? We got the Rockwood Saloon. He does, he did my leather vest, but like he does t-shirts and he does Lita's clothes.
Oh,
Lita's stage clothes. You know.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I know that dude.
Yeah, Tony.
Yeah.
Tony.
Yeah, Tony.
I met him at a party at Slam Dome on Halloween, and he was dressed up as a tiger. Yeah, so Tony the Tiger. Get it. And actually, no, when I met him, he was dressed as a lion. And he kept walking around to everybody going, "You're a lion."
No, I'm Tony.
It was hilarious. So, yeah, check out the Rockwood Saloon. Check out, I forgot this one, A&P Productions. They have another great company out of Minnesota. They have a engraving thing now. So we're going to do these little packs that have Zippos and bottle openers and shit like that.
Things you can't download.
Right, things you can't download. Yeah, with the Another Fucking Podcast logo on it. Yeah. So you can buy shit and support the show that way. You can support the show monetarily if you want. Izzy.presley@gmail is your PayPal. Feel free to use that because I don't charge you for this. I never will, but it's not free to put this on. I mean, gear is expensive. Internet's expensive. Beer is expensive.
That's right. Well, maybe not the one we're drinking tonight.
No, but it's to me, it's a luxury item because I can only get it when I go home.
That's right. This is good stuff.
Yeah, I love that beer.
Yeah.
It's my favorite beer.
That's right. We're the only white guys that drink this.
No, actually, it's
totally joking.
It's the #1 selling beer in Minnesota.
Nice.
Believe it or not. Yes. So this is what's going on. We got a couple more shows before I get on the cruise. I will be recording a show on the Monsters of Rock cruise. Maybe I'll record one on the Prague cruise too. See if I can talk Portnoy into doing it.
Yes, you have to do that. Us guitar and drum nerds and music nerds love that stuff.
That would be fun. Dude. Ack is kind of like Spinal Ack, my Ace Frehley tribute. Something always goes wrong. Like I said, with the fucking Les Paul falling off me and having to go track down another guitar to use. Well, Chad Stewart from Faster Pussycat's my drummer. And I'm carrying the guitar from production. They had a Les Paul standard down there. It's like, fuck yeah, sweet. Yeah. I'm covered. I got this. And I see Chad, and he looks like he's dead. Izzy, we got a problem. I can't see so good. He wasn't fucked up. He was sick.
I mean, like from the boat movement?
No, it was the boat funk that everybody gets.
Oh, it's like Namthrax.
Namthrax,
yeah.
Or boat thrax, or MOR thrax, or whatever the fuck they call it. So he was like, I don't know if I can play it all.
Wow.
I'm like, and this is like 45 minutes before our gig. I'm
Yikes.
like, oh my God, what the fuck are we going to do? Track down Stevie Rochelle, and he's like, dude, take Todd, my drummer.
Yeah, Todd's awesome.
Fucking great guy.
Yeah.
And so he came in and he played. Chad did like 4 songs and he played the rest. It just turned into a Kiss jam.
Hell
you
yeah.
know, because obviously he didn't know the fucking solo shit. It was just the Kiss songs. It's like, all right, cool, whatever.
Yeah.
So we get done. And I'm going back to my cabin to change because we're all going to meet up and go to dinner. And Winery Dogs were playing at the exact same time that we were playing.
Oh, shit.
So I'm getting on the elevator, and Portnoy's getting on the elevator.
Oh, shit.
And it was just us and I think Gene from the cruise and one of the security guys. I think maybe it was AJ. I think. Don't quote me on that. And I'm like, dude, we could have used you.
Yeah.
He goes, what do you mean? I'm like, I have that Ace Frehley tribute with Chad from Pussycat and Johnny Martin from LA Guns. And he's like, Chad got sick. We needed a drummer. He's like, fuck, I would have did that. It's like, oh, so close. So close. So, yeah. Oh, shit. I know why I'm just like stalling. I haven't started the outro music, which is the live version the ending of the live version of Black Diamond
Yeah.
from Animalize. That
Nice.
yeah. So let me cue that up. All right, the outro is playing. So yeah, check out all the sponsors and PayPal@gmail.com. Make sure you hit up the Twitter machine, Izzy_Presley. Facebook.com/user/podcast, Facebook.com/EzzyPresley1. Your social media stuff, you got Twitter, you got any of that?
I got Twitter, I got all that stuff. The Patrick Kennison. Just go to Lita Ford's Facebook. I'm always tagged there.
There you go. And next time you see Marty, this isn't just for you, this is for everyone. Just give him a hug.
Yeah!
You look at, I want to hug you.
Yes.
Just a tiny little hug.
You sound like Dr. Evil. Is that your Dr. Evil?
Hug.
God's the freaking laser beam.
Oh my God, we'll see you next week. Oh shit! I got 20 seconds here. Valentine's Day episode confirmed. Bobby Brown is coming back on the show. Cherry Pie Girl. Genocide from Paradise Kitty and the Watchers, yes. And maybe one more gal. See you all. I love you.